Hello, my beautiful souls. I have a personal read today. The Querent, one of my subscribers, thank you for your sweet notes. The question is just overall, she's wanting to know the overall energy that's going on right now with her twin flame. So, what I'm feeling first off is this relationship or this union is kind of like a burden. The overall energy will say that one of you was putting in so much time and effort into the relationship, but the other is not really ready for it. A lot of this is what I see as ego, okay? So it's kind of like you're biting off more than you can choose. There's like these obligations that are becoming a burden. And I'm seeing with the male energy more so that there's just like a lot of ego at play. There's a very disruptive energy that is just causing a standstill. There's no growth, there's no change. It's like the ego really needs to be destroyed here in order for the growth, the change, the transformation to be complete. Okay, I'm feeling like there's like maybe some type of a heartache or a feeling of betrayal, maybe like a conflict. Like a conflict of interest. Like right now, it's almost like he's bound by his own self limitations. Like he's feeling entrapped by his own limitations. He's like stuck. And it's because he's limiting himself. He's like entrapping himself. Also feeling like, there is this fight going on with the ego, but he's turned himself into more so like not a commitment, but more like a casual dating type, like this entrapment and the limitations that he's put on himself, which probably are from something that happened in his past, possibly the childhood. But he's like there's entrapment. It's something that he's doing to himself. Like he's putting his own limits on himself. And then I say like a casual dater, meaning like, he's like, he's like somebody that's on the rebound and he's looking for somebody to fulfill what happened to him in the past. But at the same point, it's a sabotage. Like he can't get past that heartache or the feeling of betrayal. I'm showing like, you're a very, very attentive person. You're an earthbound. You're talented with your hands. You're very creative. Your intuition is really good. And you have a lot of love and compassion. But coming from his energy, I just feel like there's just this disruptive energy and it's not being productive. It's like he's kind of just stuck. Like he can come like argumentative but it's in his own self. Like he's challenging ways of thinking. Like really feeling confused with this to put this in words, but it's he has a lot of ego that he needs to deal with, and this ego is just basically keeping him trapped because he's not opening his mind because of what happened in his past. He feels that betrayal, he feels that heartache, and that's what's stopping him from really moving forward because he's limited himself. It's like he has healing to do, but also lessons to learn and see that, this is his repeat behavior. This is what he does over and over. So as far as the general energy around the twin flame, I mean, I'm seeing your energy as being really good. You may be a little more obsessed with him than you should be because you're very creative. And you're talented with your hands, so I don't know what your work is, but I just see you like working really well with your hands. But his energy is just really disruptive. There's no stability. There's no, gosh, it's just like he's caged himself into his own way of thinking. And even if somebody comes with another thought or something, he challenges them because he's got a lot of ego. I mean, in order for him to grow and change, the ego really needs to be destroyed. And he's holding on to this heartache and this betrayal. And it's almost like a heavy burden that he carries with him wherever he goes. It's like that backpack full of emotional waste. But I do see that, this is just stuff that is kind of coming to the surface right now. So this is possible that this is why there is a separation, because he needs to deal with this. And this may be why, in your relationship, you gave so much because of your compassion and love. But he wasn't ready to receive because he's got his own entrapment going on. So the overall energy, I mean, your energy is really good, but his is really disruptive. And I see just a lot of ego right here. That ego that really just needs to be destroyed. Like no matter what you do or what you say, he may listen, but he also may challenge the way you're thinking. It's like you're not going to be able to get in his head because he's got those self limitations that he's put on himself. So he believes things to be a certain way, and that's the only way that they are. So I would suggest to you is just send a lot of prayers and a lot of healing. Ask God to just open his heart and open his mind. Ask God to bring people into his life that will speak truth to him. And just release and see, what does happen with him. But I just see like he can't find himself in a stable relationship. He can't. He just can't do it. He'll do casual dating, but he can't commit because of this stuff that's coming up. So this stuff that's coming up is coming up for a reason. And it's part of his healing. So whatever it was that did happen in his childhood, a younger age, is really coming up to the surface now. And this is something that, his subconscious wants him to deal with. This is something that needs to be released. So I hope you get the answer that you're looking for as far as what's going on with the energy and around your twin. It's just right now there's things that are being stripped away and burned, but he's holding on to them. So he's trapping himself in his own little cage right now. I've been seeing that a lot with the masculine energy, afraid of the commitment, afraid to go forward. And that's what I see with him. But I mean, the journey is never easy, right? But you have a lot of love and compassion, and I know that you can send your prayers and your loves, and even though you don't see anything happening, just know that it is happening. God is working behind the scenes. So thank you for your subscription, and thank you for requesting a reading. And I hope this resonates, and you understand what exactly is going on with your separation, with this union, and what needs to be done on his side for his energy to be more positive and, for his vibrations to be lifted. So thank you so much. Wishing you well, love, and abundance. Namaste.